Good evening, fans. Welcome to the Ide Family Field here at the new Dome Arena. Indoor soccer is back, and Lancer Mania is running wild. Tonight's game is featuring the Harrisburg Heat and your 2020 Rochester Lancers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2020 Lancer Dancers. Captains Callista and Kayla. The team is Megan, Elise, Cameron, Rachel C., Rachel V., and Rachel W. And your 2020 Lancer Dancers are coached by Carrie Miller. They are brought to you by Glacier Ridge Sports Park and Glow Sunless Tanning. And now, please welcome to the field. He is the one, he is the only. Here he is, Lancer Louis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this man needs no introduction. He has made the long trek from the North Pole. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and the only. Here he is. This is Santa Claus. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the Lancers' #1 fan, Santa. And now tonight's special groups brought to you by Donuts Delight. To join the Lancer Dancers, Louie and Santa, please welcome Lancers Youth Academy, U9 Empire Girls, and Spencer Point, Boys and Girls. And now here are the officials for tonight's game. They are Brian Miller, Stephen Montanino, Alex Parent, Austin Ciani, and the penalty box attendant is Andrew Kennedy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting six for tonight's visitors, the Harrisburg Heat. They are led by their goalkeeper, #1, Jesus Molina. Their captain in the midfield, #4, Danny DePrima. Midfielder #17, Dominic Francis. Defender #25, Dylan Hundelt. Defender #26, Elton De Oliveira. And midfielder #41, Ty Hall. The head coach of the Harrisburg Heat is Pat Healy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harrisburg Heat. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a very special announcement from Lancers TV host Joe Giuliano and the Mohican Warrior.
Good evening and welcome to the Dome Arena, the home turf for the Rochester Lancers. Hi everybody, I'm Joe Giuliano, and coming out of the cave, the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fauski. Rochester, Game 2 in their return to the MASL. Last night, a tough one. Utica City coming in, picking up the 9-1 win. Elliot, welcome to the broadcast. Tough loss for the Lancers last night, but there were some bright spots.
Yeah, difficult first outing. A lot of these guys have never played at this level before, but bright spot in goal, Christian Esposito, awesome saves. We failed to follow our runners, so they got some easy follow-ups, unfortunately. But I was really impressed with him in his rookie season. He had trained with Utica, so he wasn't completely green in the game. But first M1 experience, awesome job from him.
And things don't get easier tonight for the Lancers. Harrisburg, pretty loaded as well. They've got some key players.
Yeah, so Nelson Santana is going to be their leader. No spring chicken. He's well-weathered, Colombian guy, so I was just talking with him before the game, brushing up on my Espanol, if you will. And, man, he's gritty, very creative player. I think he plays out of the back now. He used to attack a little more, but extremely gritty. Our fans hated him. Plenty of blue cards. Might have gotten a red card against us at one point. I love his style, though, because he's creative and hard. So I expect this game to be very blue-collar in a dogfight.
All right, it's the Lancers and the Harrisburg Heat coming up next, right here at the Dome Arena on the Lancers Broadcast Network.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to you Ashley Maria, right here on the field.
Welcome, Lancer fans, and welcome to our viewers streaming live on Lancers TV. I'm Ashley Maria, and welcome to the Ide Family Field here at the beautiful Dome Arena. Lancer Mania weekend continues with our second game in this weekend's doubleheader. The Rochester Lancers have moved up to the first division of the MASL and now play at the highest level of indoor soccer in the world. The Lancers' goal is to keep the game of soccer alive in Rochester. Who is ready to party with us tonight? I can't hear you. A little louder. Are you ready? Thank you, Lancer fans. Before I introduce your 2020 Rochester Lancers, please welcome to the field tonight's celebrity captain. He is a Rochester-based musician, songwriter, and producer, and best known for his work as a keyboardist, rhythm guitarist, and vocalist for multi-platinum selling artist Daughtry. He is the founder of Camp Rockstar, which inspires kids to learn more about playing rock and roll. Tonight's anthem singer is also a participant in Camp Rockstar. Please welcome our celebrity captain, Elvio Fernandez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's honorary captain is a very special person. He is a Rochester Lancers legend. He has played more matches in a Rochester Lancers uniform than any other player, 127 games. He joined the Lancers in 1971 and played his final match for the Lancers in 1977 at the NASL semifinals against the New York Cosmos. That game was the largest crowd to ever see a Rochester sports team, a whopping 73,669 fans at Giants Stadium. He then became a coaching icon, holding positions with the Rochester Lancers, the Buffalo Stallions, the Buffalo Blizzard, and the Rochester Rhinos. Please welcome tonight's honorary captain, Lancers legend, Francisco Escos. Let's hear you cheer, Rochester, for Francisco. And now our assistant coaches, Rochester coaching icons, Mr. Adam Schwartz and Mr. John Berardi-Curdy. And our goalkeeper coach, Mr. Mark Satilli. And now for your head coach, he is Rochester's living legend. Please welcome Doug Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on your feet for our starting lineup tonight. Your 2020 Rochester Lancers. Let's hear you cheer for goalkeeper number 1 from Henrietta, John Savaglia. Get on your feet, Rochester. This side's doing better than this one. Come on, let's give it up for your Lancers. Goalkeeper number 35 from All Plus, New York, the town with the smallest zip code in America. Please welcome Christian Esposito. Number 2, all the way from Brazil. Welcome back to Rochester Lancers team, Rafa Godoy. Number 3 from Colombia, he's never wrong and always right, David Wright. Number 4, your captain, the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York, his last tour before retirement. Lancer fans cheer for Gary Boughton. Number 5 from Gates Chili, Sean Hantes. Number 7 from Webster, New York, the Diamond, Tim Crawford. Number 10, your captain tonight from Nottingham, England, YouTube sensation, the popular Michael Cunningham. And your 3rd captain tonight, local player from Webster, New York, the Red Mamba, Anthony Rosano. Number 13 from Churchville, please welcome Frankie Siliberto. Number 14 from Rochester, New York, Alex Harling. Number 15 from Churchville, Austin Gerber. Number 16 from Ukraine, Andre the Giant. Number 18 from Cleveland, Ohio, please welcome Brian Wolanski. Number 21 from Pittsburgh, he scored Rochester's first goal. Welcome back into MASL First Division last night. It's Matt D'Amico. And last but certainly not least, number 23, he scored the fastest goal in indoor Lancers history, J.O. Jeremy Ortiz. Let's hear it for your starting lineup tonight. Back to you, Rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please remain standing and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem? This evening being performed by Zach Eberts from Camp Rockstar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regulate, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Zach Eberts. Tonight's Mitre ball is being delivered by Salvatore.
It's indoor soccer time once again. Welcome back to the Dome Arena. Joe Giuliano along with the Mohican Warrior Elliot Fauski as the Rochester Lancers wrapping up a weekend of home soccer. Tonight they take on the Harrisburg Heat. Elliot, welcome back. Less than 24 hours, the Lancers at it once again.
Yeah, here we go. Like we talked about, tough one last night. Get to shake it off 24 hours later, which is nice. I was talking to Michael Cunningham. He said that. He said it's so nice to get to turn around and play again, you know, after you might have to sit for a week on a loss. That's a terrible feeling. So hopefully we come out firing, frustrated with last night, and sharpen up.
Lancers 0-1 on the season after the 9-1 loss to Utica last evening. For Harrisburg, this is their first game of the season. I talked to Coach Pat Healy before. They've got a couple of inter-squad scrimmages, but that is about it. This is their first live action of the season. These two teams will play again next Saturday, December 7th, at the Farm Show Arena in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The Rochester Lancers in the all gold with the blue socks. They'll be attacking from right to left, while Harrisburg in the all white will go from left to right. Starting keepers tonight for Harrisburg, Jesus Chuy Molina in the nets. He has come over as the keeper for Harrisburg after backing up for the San Diego Sockers last season. And for the Lancers, John Savaglia gets his first start in the net tonight as he comes in replacing Christian Esposito. Harrisburg will have the kickoff. Again, they're going from left to right. Crowd still filing in as the Lancers and Harrisburg prepare to do battle. Danny DePrima will do the honors. De Oliveira ready to receive. Lancers with Cunningham, Boughton, Rosano, Harling, and Wolanski starting on the field. Put deep into the corner. Harling battles, the pressure coming early and quickly from Harrisburg. First touch of the game for Savaglia. It's got to be good to get a feel for that ball early on for the young keeper, only 23 years old. This one comes back into the arms of Molina, an indoor veteran, 43 years old. His 11th season of indoor soccer. Here's Santana, the player that Elliott featured in the Open. Crossfield. Laid off. Shot. Wide of the far post. De Oliveira. Shot is deflected through the crowd. Picked up again by De Oliveira. Back to Jesus Molina. Molina to Villela.
Lancers scrambling for quick subs there. Got to be careful subbing when your opponent has the ball.
Thompson. Eske. Back to Thompson.
We have former Lancer Poncho stopping by. Played in the 70s.
Just saw Pancho Escos before the game, and on the NASL Facebook site, there was a picture of Pancho marking Pele back in 1977, I believe it was, at the old Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, you were 29 then, right, Joe?
Yeah, and then some. They had a couple years to it. Little mix in front, the shot, and it finds the back of the net early on. It's Eske. Very opportunistic goal. Everybody in a bunch there. And William Eske gets his first of the season, and that comes at 1:47 of the first quarter. Look at that pile, that bunch right there.
Man, I might just have to soapbox and beat a dead horse.
Yeah,
marking in the goalie box. I mean, wide open. Just didn't head check to see who was there. Ball watching. Can't do it in indoor. It's just too dangerous. Too little, too late.
Gerger Gibson will get the assist. First assist for him as well. 1:47. Time of the goal.
We have our first flop. Appreciate the refs not calling it.
By the way, the officials tonight, Brian Miller, Steve Montanino, Alex Parent, and Austin Saney. Dangerous pass by Hantis. Set off the far side boards. Wolanski. Captain Gary Boughton. David Wright making his first appearance of the season. Gets it to Ortiz.
I like what Ortiz is looking for there. We didn't do it last night. Find the targets, feet deep. Miscue from the target, so they weren't on the same page. But I like that they're going to push Harrisburg back.
Left-footed shot blocked by Rosado. Shot from Patrick Thompson.
The Lancers have 3 captains on the field. Is there a limit on how many captains you can have, or is that part of our jersey, that captain band? A lot of leadership on that field right now.
They're going to need it moving up to the MASL. Another shot, diving save by Savaglia off the foot of Villela. And he is down. This does not look good. He's saying change.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like it's his left arm or shoulder, and he may have landed awkward on it. Let's
well, he must have, because it wasn't a collision. It seemed like he made the save easily, but then it was awkward on the follow-up. He seemed to be batting at it and then came up immediately injured.
Christian Esposito will warm up. Mark Sotilli will get the keeper ready to go. Looks like it's left shoulder or left arm, and kind of an awkward landing from Savaglia. Kyle Mansick out there.
Former Lancer, Kyle Mansick.
Former Lancer broadcaster, and now team physician assistant.
Future Lancer dancer, I believe.
I don't know about that one. It's definitely his left side, holding that left elbow.
He immediately called for help. Does not look good.
So maybe the wrist. So the starting keeper goes out at 11:38 of the first quarter. Christian Esposito will come on for him. Well, he was solid last night. Hopefully he picks up where he left off.
That was a rough night out. 3.5 minutes into your debut, man.
John Savaglia out of Rush Henrietta High School and Roberts Wesleyan here in Rochester. Hopefully nothing too serious and he can bounce back.
Esposito coming cold off the bench as a goalkeeper. That's an odd one.
Rosado. Gary Boughton. To Gerber. Harling. And when you were playing back in 11 or through 2015, a lot of teams just dressed one keeper.
Yeah.
So if that had happened, Jeremy Ortiz, hello.
Right, because you want to keep your numbers for subs so you'd have more field players, because there's a limit of players you can have on your bench. Now Nelson Santana, my unofficial MASL hero, just went down. I don't know if he caught the turf, but he went down alone.
Interesting start, yeah.
Off the play.
Injuries both ways early on. We'll see if Santana does come back onto the field. Early on, 2 key injuries. We'll see if Santana's is serious or just a little bump. Gibson turning, firing! Poked away by Esposito.
It's a nice save.
That'll get you into the flow of the game. Lancers having some trouble coming out of their own half. Harrisburg, high pressure. Esposito rips it off his own player and back into the safety of his arms. Christian Esposito's 25 years old. As Elliott mentioned, trained with Utica City last season. Thompson coming in on the streaking near side, the shot off the glass and into the netting. Be a restart for the Lancers as they make a couple quick changes. Boughton.
We have yet to build from last night to tonight to where we actually get a shift out of offensive possession, where we make changes as we go. Here we're looking for it, getting a little sloppy though.
Swolansky, pressure from Hall. Lancers deep in their own half, another giveaway. Shot off the boards, that coming off the foot of Eske, who had the first goal of the game. Cunningham will shove at midfield. Did call for the official.
Yeah, he did well to beat a couple, but a little bit of a long touch. Third defender got him.
See a little more pressure from Harrisburg than we saw from Utica last night?
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Santana back on the field with a bicycle kick.
he answered
do
our
believe
question,
he
didn't
feels
he?
okay for the moment.
Nelson Santana, number 78, 41 years old. His 10th season in the indoor game, second with Harrisburg. There's Thompson, another veteran of 7 years. To Santana, put in the middle of the park, no one there. Godoy leaves it for Gerber. Back to Molina, now Thompson. Harrisburg gets out of trouble.
The Lancers only attacking with one player. By the time we get possession, it's one player dribbling. It's not the recipe.
Is that an exhausting setup for players to be that one guy up top?
Well,
it's working like that?
It's more of a product of exhaustion that the players aren't catching up with you. They've had a long defensive shift, and then you play sloppy out of the back, and only one guy's running it down. And then if you lose the ball, you're stuck on defense again, more exhaustion. So that's why it's so important to be disciplined to get your changes on offense with possession.
They just don't seem to be into that flow, you know? It's a tough go here early on for the Lancers, but again, it's a growth time this season, especially with these young players, and only a few with experience, as that is up and over the head of D'Amico. Loose ball, Godoy ties it up! Rafa with a bomb from downtown!
Wow, I love that play. Got 4 guys involved, getting to the spots in the box. Excellent finish. It begun with Cunningham ripping a low one off the near side boards. Making it ugly for Harrisburg, difficult to defend that.
And he will get the assist, Cunningham. As we take our timeout at 7:41, the Lancers are level with Harrisburg at 1. As the glow-up soccer ball sent up into the crowd by Rafa Godoy. Rafa's first of the season, Cunningham with the assist. And the Lancers talked about it, getting numbers forward, helping out in the attack, and it pays dividends there.
Yeah, that's great to see. And even though we've been hemmed in a bit defensively, there is more of a sense of urgency. So I like to see that. Whatever Doug said, fired him up. I was rooming with Jeremy. He is fired up. Did not like how that set with him last night, so he's here to make a statement. See if we can't take our first lead of the season.
Should be interesting. Lancers, at this point last night, had this first half, our first quarter timeout. Came back, goal from D'Amico from Gary Boughton. So will they have that same energy as they break the huddle here in this first quarter timeout? Smile Cam taking place in the arena. Again, crowd still filing in. Had just under 3,000 last night. And hopefully at the same kind of numbers this evening here at the very comfortable Dome Arena. Villela. Eske's long ball forward. Picked up by Ortiz. Brought down by Crawford. Behind Harling. Villela. Deep into the corner looking for Hall. Pressure, Harling gets away nicely. Harling battling along the boards, but it's taken away by Eske.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play from Eske, using his body without committing the foul. Just cut Harling off on the boards.
Hundelt. De Oliveira. Oh, good little move here. Villela felt the tug, and he went down immediately. Daniel Villela, the 27-year-old from Mexico, in his second season with the Heat. Had some good numbers last year, and a good pass as Villela catches the Lancers sleeping on the back door. It's De Oliveira who puts it in. And at 8:19, 1 minute after the Lancers' goal, De Oliveira has put Harrisburg back in the lead.
Wow, that's unacceptable. You have 4 Lancers in the box, and it's a straight pass. They let one guy just run around them all, backdoor tap in. If they don't figure that out, it's going to be a long night.
De Oliveira, the 34-year-old in his 4th season with the Heat, opens up his scoring account at 8:19. Restart in the corner. 2 goals really where the marking is, I'm sure, something Doug Miller will address with his defense. There's Ortiz pressured by Brahm. Ortiz battles hard. Back to midfield, Patrick Thompson. Thompson played for Pennsylvania and Syracuse in the MASL. Deep into Gibson. Spins, kick save. Another shot. Deflected in front shot. Good block there from Jeremy Ortiz, helping out his keeper.
Yeah, Doug Miller opting to use Ortiz on defense, even though he is a midfielder and arguably our most dangerous attacker here, Gary, but putting experience in the back line, Gary and Jeremy.
A thud right in the middle of the chest. Dom Francis with the shot, and Christian Esposito felt that one. Took a deep breath as he brought that one in. There's Esposito coming up a little more than we saw last night. Coughlin at the yellow line almost the entire evening for Utica last evening. And now Esposito taking a page out of that book.
Yeah, so we've talked about the inexperience of the Lancers. A lot of these guys, it's only their second professional game. The goalkeeper has the ball behind the yellow line. He can't kick it 3 lines, and the Lancers have 2 targets beyond the yellow line. You can't receive the ball there.
Tough spot for the keeper to be in. Gerber. The goal scorer, Godoy. And behind the play, Ty Hall takes down Wolanski. Brian Wolanski, 25 years old. His second appearance of the season.
I used to room with Ty Hall. We played together in Tacoma. I will scold him for breaking the rules.
Well, you saw Ty Hall last night. You thought we were playing Harrisburg.
Yeah, it was
a little confused.
Well, I thought he got traded to Utica without me knowing somehow, because I didn't know Harrisburg came in a night early. I was like, what are you doing here, man?
Just over 4 minutes in the first quarter. Crawford, dangerous ball, but oh, that's a tough one. Frankie Siliberto. What'd you think about that one?
I mean, he stepped in front of him, but at the same time, he was just shielding. It could go either way, to be honest. Harrisburg has flopped twice tonight. This looks like he actually needs attention, so I don't want to accuse him of that.
Sure.
But something to look out for, when guys try to play the ref, try to embellish a bit.
Good challenge there from Frankie Siliberto, making his MASL debut tonight. Did not play last evening. The Churchville China High School product went to Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Siliberto may sound familiar to some Rochester soccer fans. His father, Frank, one of the original Rochester Flash players. We are underway again as Villela is up and okay. Crawford to Harling. Back to Esposito. Quickly, downfield, a little flick forward on the hop. And that'll go into the netting over the head of Jesus Chuy Molina.
The Lancers resorting to just clearing it out every time. We have very little possession out of the back. Harrisburg's bringing good pressure, and we're just not figuring out how to break it down.
Cunningham hustling in, winning it to Hantes. Hantes leaves it there. Boughton's going to have to really work hard and get to it. He does. Boughton in his last year of professional soccer with the Lancers. Wins a call and a free kick on the near side boards. We'll get a little help there from Ty Hall, nicknamed Dreads.
How come?
I don't know. Help me out. That is on the Harrisburg promotional information they sent to us this week. Here's Gary Boughton, the pride and joy of Buffalo.
The Buffalo guy, according to Ray Boom Boom, the Cuban Martinez.
Have not seen him patrolling the stadium just yet.
Not tonight. Saw him last night.
This one's out of play. And a restart coming up here for Utica. While we have a quick second here, the MASL podcast returns for the 2019-20 season. Join us as they talk to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and take you behind the scenes of the MASL. Long ball looking for Santana, headed away. Little flick and scooped out of the air off the foot of Francis. Dom Francis, some local ties from England, but played at Genesee Community College, just outside of Rochester. In his fourth year with the Harrisburg Heat. All right, Lancers, a crucial restart here, top of the arc. Doug Miller's going to call a timeout. I think it's a wise move here. We know how important the restarts are, and with a young team, I think he wants to make sure they get this just right.
Yeah, you gotta get a good opportunity off of these. I think it's smart as well. Burn a timeout. You're only down a goal. If we can capitalize here, you're right back in it.
Pat Healy, the head coach and the GM of Harrisburg, having a clarification discussion with the officials. What a player he was with Baltimore. He was named the MASL Defender of the Year in back-to-back seasons, 2014 and 2015. Six-time All-League defender. Very instrumental in 5 of those championships for the Baltimore Blast. And what a trip that was, going to Baltimore to play, and just the history that that club created and continues to impress with.
Yeah, it's near-death experiences. Death of the Mohawk. In Baltimore, they had some government agencies, Ed Hale. It's a big conspiracy
right.
being pursued with
Soccer Sam may or may not have something to do with these conspiracies.
shampoo, weapons, conditioners. Running for my life.
Harling has 3 in the wall. Steps in and over. Rosano, Boughton leaves it. Cunningham shot is blocked. A lot of movement before the ball was even touched in that free kick. Coming forward now. Francis shot at a goal. slices that one home from a tough angle. Dom Francis, his first of the season at 12:56.
Yeah, indoor can turn on a dime. We go from having a top-of-the-box free kick to a counter wide open, and it's an excellent finish, but we got to sort our marks out early.
Hundelt will get the assist. Francis with the goal. Just poking it enough to get it to Francis, who drives it past Esposito. 3-1. Heat with the lead. Here's the goal scorer, Godoy. A little too much coming from D'Amico. And it'll be a restart with 1:40 left. First quarter, Lancers trailing 3-1. Hope you're enjoying our coverage, brought to you by Varsity Media. What a great crew. Pleasure to work with these guys. Joe Giuliano and Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior.
So a little patience here from the Lancers. See if they're able to get out of the back with the ball at their feet. Godoy calling for it deep in the corner, but he's just not available to receive it at his feet.
Side-to-side passing, nowhere else to go for the Lancers. And DePrima comes away with it. Looking for Santana. Shoulder challenge, and they're going to call him from the far side of the field. Referee makes that call against Nelson Santana. You knew he was going to go in for it. Under a minute remaining. Hard tackle from Hantes.
Yeah, body-to-body tackle. Depending on how much of the ball he got, that would have been a legitimate tackle.
Georgia Gibson, the player who went down. Villela.
Gibson, not a small man to crash into.
Oh, no. Last night, Lancers dealing with that big man, Bo Yelovac, posting up, and tonight they've got Gibson. It's Ortiz all over his back.
Yeah, Joe, but
Gibson
we have Godoy.
turns. We have a good boy, you said?
We have Godoy,
Oh,
at
Godoy.
5'3" to counter any big man they have.
And that will bring the first quarter to a close. The clock was stuck at 54.7, but it is indeed the end of the first quarter. Harrisburg with a 3-1 lead over the Lancers. A couple of promotional announcements as we have a break here. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. All right, 3-1 after one quarter of play. Lancers again having to deal with a lot of pressure and finding a way to get out of their own zone. As Harrisburg, the experienced MASL team, looking to make the Lancers pay, and it's shown early on with that difficulty coming out of their own zone. John Savaglia went down with a left arm injury early in the first half. Hopefully he is okay. Christian Esposito had to come out and replace him, 2 minutes in?
I believe it was 3:22 or something. He didn't even make it to 3 minutes, 30 seconds, unfortunately, in his debut. That is disheartening. I hope it's not serious, but when you immediately call for assistance, it doesn't look good.
Well, you hate to look too deep into anything and too far down the line, but you've got Mark Satilli.
Yep.
Could be an emergency keeper if need be.
Yeah.
49 years old.
The mechanic, the American dream, still dreaming.
Let's not even worry about that at this point, but let's send out some positive vibes to John Savaglia. Hopefully he can bounce back and return to this Lancers lineup as the Lancer Dancers conclude their intermission performance. These two teams will do it again next week in Harrisburg at the Farm Show Arena. 7:05 kickoff on Saturday, December the 7th. And for Doug Miller, this is going to be an exercise in patience. We talked about it last night, growth, developing these local guys, keeping them within the club. And, obviously we know it's not going to be an overnight process.
For all the qualities Doug possesses, patience may not be in the top 10. He wants it done now. He wants it done right. He's a very fierce competitor. It kills him not to be on the field, and that comes out a lot of times in his coaching where he just demands so much. But, yeah, got to temper expectations with guys who have zero experience so far.
Well, they take the game in 7.5-minute blocks. Instead of 4 quarters, they play 8 quarters. So 2 more quarters coming up here now as they try to correct the situation with the score clock. Lancers will have the kickoff. They'll go from left to right. Harling, Cunningham, Volansky, Rosano, and Gary Boughton. And we may go without a clock here, folks. Okay. So Rocky Parada, our PA announcer, has just informed the crowd he will be informing everyone about the official time.
The human metronome, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Rocky, the voice, just as slick and smooth as that velour jacket he's wearing tonight. Good to have the big rock back in the house.
Yeah, I'm jealous like a son of a gun. That thing, a nice wine-colored velour.
I'm sure there's a couple in your closet that can do battle with some of that, I'm sure.
I actually do.
We've seen it over the years.
Velour wine suit
Yeah, I've seen it before.
with the vest. I officiated my buddy's wedding in it.
Oh, heaven help us.
They wanted somebody regal.
They got him. Rosano, Harling. Can he pull the trigger off the boards to himself? Cleared away by DePrima. And into the netting, referees are saying Lancers kick. Lancers will get the restart in the corner. Almost a VAR situation.
They're finally playing the Macarena. They had a false start earlier, got my hopes up.
There's Rosano, Cunningham, low shot, can't get through the traffic, on the hustle to win it back. Esposito. Hall gets it forward. Chance here for DePrima. Nice kick save from Esposito.
Esposito back at it. That was a wide open shot. Makes a great save for the low far post hit.
Would have been something fantastic from Dylan Hundelt. Volley clean out of the air.
Ambitious, but I love that.
Yeah, why not?
A chip to a far post volley. Just didn't quite get over it. It sails high.
Gerber.
It's Gerber, baby.
It's taken away by Hundelt. Eske. De Oliveira. Back to Villela. Eske, Villela, turning the corner off the boards. Good ball in front. Picked up there by Demidov. Santana, a little toe poke forward for Thompson. Pass broken up by Austin Gerber. And a little wrap around the waist of Thompson by Gerber. Foul call against the 26-year-old. Gerber scored 6 goals in the M2 season last year for Rochester. Dom Francis with another powerful shot.
Boy, he has a dangerous left foot. That was an excellent connection. He's almost leaning back when he hit it, too. He didn't even get his full strength into it, looked like.
Oof. blast right at the head of Esposito. If those hands were not up, he's out. It was De Oliveira with the shot. Thompson with the shot. Coming fast and furious now. Harrisburg with the action on the Lancers' goal. Escobar. Francis. Got that heavy left foot. Gibson. Francis. Shot, goal. Perfectly played indoor goal.
More than a left foot. That's a clean finish off his right foot.
And for Francis, his second of the game, second of the season. Gibson picks up his second assist. And we'll get the official time of the goal from Rocky Parada. Just when we praise his powerful left foot, he comes in. Calm and cool places one home with the right foot.
Yeah, he might have heard me and taken issue with that.
Four 4-1 lead for the Harrisburg Heat. This one's off the official. Harrisburg will come back the other way. Wide open, middle of the field, Brahm tees one up. Deflected header, and back on his feet quickly is
Boy.
Esposito.
If you're the referee, you're praying you didn't get the assist when the ball hits you. Reversing from the Lancers to the Harrisburg.
11 minutes remaining in the second quarter, 4-1. Things getting a little testy here. Godoy gets tangled up with Brahm.
Godoy very frustrated. Godoy, there was contact, and it looked like he pulled Godoy down on him. If we can get a replay, I think Godoy got the short end of that stick. I've been a little critical of Harrisburg, some potential flopping, but my biggest critique has to be Santana's shoe choice. Cotton candy pink.
You're not going to miss those. Here is Santana. Takes Harling off the ball. Gets it to DePrima. Francis to Thompson. De Oliveira. Santana. Good battle there with Alex Harling. Harling comes away with it for the Lancers, but it's given away in front. And Esposito, another point-blank save.
Yeah, he's impressing me more and more as the weekend goes on. Last night, I was impressed with his play, and he's coming up huge this quarter.
All the action in Rochester's half. Looking for a way to get out. Gerber shows. He'll take a few touches towards midfield. Still Gerber. Good little run here. Francis breaks it up, though. Quick counterattack coming the other way for Harrisburg. Francis left-footed shot off the post. Rebound poked up into the netting by Gibson. Eske. Turning on the Jets, coming forward. Good tackle there. Jeremy Ortiz, the veteran. Great play. Good ball forward for Gerber. Molina off his line. Net is open. Shot is blocked. Ortiz wins possession again.
Yeah, Ortiz showing his experience on that play first to last. The great slide tackle block and great distribution.
Jeremy, Philadelphia, Baltimore, MASL champion. Outstanding man to build this club around.
Yeah, he played a little professional ball in Australia, and I bumped into him down there.
It's a weird place to bump into somebody, huh?
Well, it was a little intentional, but I was not down there to specifically see him.
Of all places.
Yeah, I just ended up in the same city. I was wingman of my buddy with his now wife, Australian wife. He tricked me. I didn't know we were going down there to meet a girl.
This is our official timeout in the second quarter. The Rochester Lancers would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter, a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and the M2. It's Miter, the official ball of the MASL. Clock is working again, 7:35 left. Lancers trailing Harrisburg by 4-1. One goal in this quarter from Dom Francis.
Lancer Louis sporting his ugly sweater, long sleeve t-shirt, given away to the first 500 fans. He must have got here early.
Lancer Louis is here, Santa Claus is here, and don't tell the kids, but Santa Claus kind of looks like the PA announcer from last night. Just saying.
Yeah, and he was laughing at children. Let's not tell the children when they were out there doing their competition.
For the Rio ball.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the best judge to say who's been naughty or nice when he's not the best example.
And speaking of the Rio ball, are we going to have another competition at halftime tonight?
Halftime Rio Ball competition, RIOBOL, Rio Ball, Brazilian training ball. You can find it at rioball.com. 30% off right now if you type in the code LANCERS.
You'll want to stick around and definitely check out that fun little event that Elliott hosts at halftime. Great training ball to help your young soccer player improve.
Get better faster.
A nice move from Ty Hall. Just doesn't get the power on that shot that he wanted. Wolanski crossing, approaching midfield. Now to Boughton. David Wright. To Boughton. Possession here from the Lancers. Harling. He's going to try and hold off the defender. Try to get some help from Wright, but he loses it to Francis coming forward. Shot. Save and the header. And they're going to call it a goal. Escobar just got enough on it to push it over the line before Esposito could push it out. Here's a close look at it. What do you think?
Oh, man, we don't have the angle on it. Esposito indignant, to say the least.
Here's a good look right here.
I mean, that's as close as it can get,
Very
considering
close.
the whole ball must be across the whole line. It definitely was breaking the line at some point. Got to trust the official. He was right there.
8:16 time of the goal. Escobar's first. Francis gets the assist. 5-1 now Harrisburg. And we're going to have a penalty here on Rosano for taking down Santana. And for the Lancers, this went from bad to even worse. 8:27, Rosano goes to the box. First power play of the season for Harrisburg. The Lancers did kill one off last night. And we'll see what they can come up with here. Playing shorthanded.
So I was following the ball. I didn't see the foul.
Villela to Francis. Off the boards, poked away by Esposito. Harling will just clear it away and work off some of that penalty kill time. Villela. Francis. Blasted, but it off the netting and into the crowd. Hard shot there coming from Tom Meller. Lancers will have a near side restart. And this one will come back, and is it going to come to the top of the arc? Yes, it is. Just that red dot at the top of the arc, when those restarts come, you know something interesting is going to happen here. These are such crucial plays.
And particularly when you have a man down. So defending it,
Yeah.
You sacrifice somebody in the wall or a mark.
Francis, shot off the crossbar and in, and he's got his hat trick. Well, we talked about that powerful left foot. It was on display there. 3 goals, 1 assist for Francis.
Gonzalez last night for Utica, Francis tonight for Harrisburg.
And it's Meller with the assist. Tom Meller, not David. It is 6-1 now. Harrisburg, 8:55 time of the goal. 39 seconds after Escobar. It's a power play goal. Here's Esposito. Ortiz. Look at that pressure. Hantes. Just knocks it forward. Taken off the chest and sent back by Demidov. Ortiz for Hantes. Crossfield back to Ortiz. Forward for Demidov.
So we were able to make it out of the back to the feet. We'll see how we build. We have some guys on a long shift here. Ortiz and Hantes able to make it off while we maintain possession. That's a more mature decision to wait. Yesterday we really forced the ball when we probably should have been changing guys.
Good sign, though. Didn't see this at all yesterday. Little possession here. He said substitutions with the possession. Harling, good ball in front. Rosano couldn't get a poke on it. Good hustle, Harling to win it back. And the Lancers will start again. Cunningham. Nice ball, Rosano. Trying to thread the needle there, and that's out of play by Ty Hall.
Did Rosano have a wardrobe change, or has he been wearing white man tights this whole time?
You have to check the video.
Must be cold
Check the
in
tape.
here. Must be cold in this building.
All right, restart here for Cunningham and the Lancers, top of the arc. Gerber takes a look at it. Boughton's shot deflected. It'll be a corner kick for the Lancers. All right, a little rhythm, a little pace now for Rochester. This young club still trying to figure things out in this wild world of indoor soccer. Tough shot for Molina to deal with.
Yeah,
Traffic in front.
Consistently have Harrisburg on their heels here. Again, a product of our patience and movement here.
Good stretch for the Lancers. Will it pay off? Rosano off the boards. De Oliveira gets there first. Here's Gary Boughton. Lancers will make a change. They'll go deep into the corner for Harling. 3 players around Alex. D'Amico tripped up. And no penalty, but pretty severe foul along those boards. Another restart coming up for the Lancers. A good stretch of soccer here for the newcomers. Shot is blocked. Going to midfield, the Lancers have possession again. Now regroup, revving up the engines, making some changes. Fresh legs coming on. Ortiz with the ball now to Gerber. D'Amico. J.O. He'll tee one up. Whistles it wide. Crawford. Gerber. D'Amico. Tripped up again. And that's the second time he's crashed into the boards. Little shove there from Santana.
There might be a little frustration because that's twice in a row that the Lancers might have a little embellishment of their own going on. Trying to keep it fair since I was so critical of Harrisburg.
Shot wide. .246 left in the second quarter. As we'll have a timeout, Lancers will take a break here. A good bit of possession there in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Some confidence and some changes as well while the Lancers had possession of the ball. That's a great sign of growth by the home side club. John Zavaglia is on the sidelines. You can see him in the Lancers sweatsuit. He's got the sling on his left arm just behind Christian Esposito. So good to see he's out on the field supporting his team, and hopefully nothing else too serious there for the local goalkeeper. You're watching Lancers soccer on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv. And also get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Well, Elliot Fauski has made his way down to the field. He'll be hosting the Rio Ball competition. It was a big hit last night. Be sure to stick around for that. And also Ashley Maria's halftime interview as the Lancers trailing 6-1 with 2:46 remaining in the first half. Good, powerful header from Hantes just to clear away the danger. Molina. Vilela's pass is blocked away by Sean Hantes, the 31-year-old. Played at the University of Rochester. Did actually play 6 games back in 2014 and 15 when the Lancers were in the MASL, and a solid local player, Sean Hantes. Esposito throws it long downfield. Couple bounces, and it's cleared away by Meller. Crawford, big game last night for Tim. A lot of responsibility marking Bo Yelovac, and did a great job. Hantes off the boards. He'll play it safe back to his keeper, Esposito. He's going to have to hurry. Didn't get there in time. Vilela's shot! And a defensive breakdown by the Lancers in the back, leaving Esposito helpless there. 13:02 time of the goal. And an absolute rocket from Vilela, which I think should be unassisted. Vilela with 1 goal and 1 assist on the evening. 13:02 time of his first goal of the year to now make it 7-1 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. 1:58 remaining. Chance for Gerber. Shot by D'Amico is blocked. And Gerber gets tripped up. Lancers restarted the far side boards. It was Demidev, I'm sorry. It's Boughton over the ball. Off the boards, doesn't get into the mix. Escobar, nice little pass forward. Santana, the crafty veteran, still looking. Santana off the boards. Kick save nicely by Esposito. Esque. De Oliveira. It has been all Harrisburg here in this first half. Georgia Gibson swerving into the corner from De Oliveira, and it's out of play. Lancers will get a restart. Crawford over to take it. Final minute of play in the first half. Lancers trailing 7-1. Rosano breaks the pressure through midfield to Harling. Gets it back to Rosano. Immediately double teamed in the corner. And Harrisburg comes away with possession. Coming forward again are the Heat. Good tackle from Jeremy Ortiz, knocking Brahm off the ball. Ortiz, the shot! Rebound, good save from Molina. Great run from Jeremy Ortiz. Harling, maybe one more push here for the Lancers. 30 seconds left. Ortiz will have another go with a bomb. Punched away. Rebound sitting there, no one there for the Lancers. Ortiz starting to tee it up here. Giving Molina a little taste. 12 seconds left. Harling. Shot. Not too far off the mark from the big man. Another good shot. Ortiz with a bomb. It's up into the netting as half number one comes to a close. And it was Utica exploding for Harrisburg exploding for 4 goals to make it 7-1 at the half. As we'll go down to field level, Ashley with our halftime interview.
Lancer fans and fans streaming live on Lancers TV. I'm Ashley Maria, here right now with our starting goalkeeper, number 1, John Savaglia. John, you played only a couple minutes of the game. Everyone out here is wondering what exactly happened, and are you okay?
Some sort of shoulder injury, but I'm all good. You know, it's a long season, so hopefully I'll be back and playing with these guys soon.
Is this a reoccurring injury, or did something just happen out here tonight?
I think it's something just funky, not reoccurring, just landed wrong.
So Esposito is going to finish the rest of the game.
I think that's the plan, yes.
All right, well, please rest up. We need you, and we hope to see you in December. I'm here right now with Rafa Godoy, number 2, our 1 goal for the Lancers here tonight. Rafa, we're so happy to have you back. Congratulations on your goal. This is the Lancers' first year back in the first division of the MASL. This level of play is so difficult. What can we hope that the Lancers work on in the second half?
The second half, we need to work a little bit harder, be more attention to details, because that's how we consider some goals. So you gotta just focus on that, be aware about like where the guys are running, and that's different than on M2 where the guys are not as experienced as these guys over here. The most of them plays for a few years, so they know where to run, where the ball will be, where the ball will bounce. So we just need to be paying attention on that.
Thank you, Rafa. And Lancer fans, a fun fact, Rafa is the only Lancers player in history to marry a Lady Lancers player. So congrats to Rafa and Katrin. Rafa, I'll let you get back to the locker room. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Lancer dancers.
All right, Ashley, thank you very much. Rafa, good to have you back here with the Lancers now on the indoor side of things. Well, a couple other games tonight in the MASL. Of course, Rochester hosting Harrisburg 7-1 here at the half. Kansas City hosting St. Louis. They lead 4-1. Mesquite is hosting Dallas. Tacoma hosting the San Diego Sockers. And then on Monday, Monterey playing host to the Dallas Sidekicks. Looking at your standings now in the Eastern Division, Milwaukee, Florida, both 1-0 at the top of the table. 1 game played for those teams. Utica has played the most games. 3 games played. They're 2-1. Baltimore, after 2 games played, at 1-1. Harrisburg opens up their season tonight, and they are doing it in big fashion with a 7-1 lead. Kansas City, Orlando, St. Louis, and Rochester in the East, all at 0-1 after 1 game played. Looking at some statistical information from the MASL, leading scorer Edgar Gonzalez with 7 goals, plays for Monterey, also leads the league with 9 points. Christian Segura from Utica just behind him with 8 total points, and behind him with goals at 6. Assists, 5 for Juan Pereira of Baltimore, and Adrian Gutierrez from Mesquite has 4 assists for second best in the MASL. Looking at your goalies, top goalie in the league right now from the Florida Tropics, Hugo Silva, a 2.00 goals against average. Save percentage, Rafael Diaz from the Milwaukee Wave, an .895 save percentage, and wins Well, we saw him last night, and you can see why he leads with 2 wins. Andrew Coughlin, the goalkeeper from Utica City FC. Player of the week goes to Utica City FC midfielder Christian Segura. He was named the player of the week for the first week of this season. Player of the week is selected each week by fans, MASL teams, and MASL staff. And some news and notes from the MASL. They announced a revised 2019 and 20 schedule last week. The revision was made necessary as a result of Metro Stars Canada ceasing operations. The Metro Stars' ambitious 2019 and 20 home schedule ultimately proved to be financially and logistically improbable, and the MASL Board of Directors decided to make the necessary changes now to ensure the best outcome for the league as a whole. Metro Stars Canada attempted a very aggressive barnstorming tour that would have introduced arena soccer to thousands of Canadians, said Commissioner Josh Schaub. But ultimately, the logistics of this tour, including the variances in field of play, proved untenable in totality. They hope to continue in Canadian marketing going forward, and they're not giving up those efforts. So Metro Stars of Canada no longer a part of the MASL Eastern Division. Well, here at the Dome Arena, we have played 2 quarters, and it is 7-1 Harrisburg leading the Rochester Lancers. Recapping your scoring. After 1 quarter of play, it was 3-1. First goal of the game came from Eske from Gerger Gibson at 1:47. Lancers, 6 minutes later, Rafa Godoy gets his first goal. Assist to Michael Cunningham. That was at 7:19. 1 minute later, De Oliveira from Villela made it 2-1. And then Dom Francis would start to put his mark on the game at 12:56. He got his first goal of the season from Hundelt, and that made it 3-1 after 1 full quarter of play. Moving into the second quarter, well, it was all Harrisburg. Francis picking up where he left off at the end of quarter number 1. He scored his second of the season at the 4-minute mark. Gibson got the assist. That was his second of the evening. Then at 8:16, Escobar with a header that just crossed the line enough for the referee to call it a goal off the assist from Dom Francis. At that point, Francis had 2 goals and 1 assist. It was 5-1. Lancers penalty to Anthony Rosano at 8:27. And then at 8:55, it was Francis getting the first half hat trick from Tom Meller on the power play to make it 6-1 for Harrisburg. Final goal of the second quarter came at 13:02. Villela, his first of the season. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. He made the Lancers pay for their defensive mistake, and he ripped one home over Christian Esposito. And good job also by the Lancers keeper, John Savaglia, coming out, supporting the team, helping them out, even with that left arm injury. So we wish it's nothing too serious. He seemed like he was in pretty good spirits, and looks like he can bounce back hopefully soon for the Lancers. Christian Esposito doing a tremendous job in the nets for the Lancers. Rochester's next game, it'll be Saturday, December the 7th. They'll be at Harrisburg, 7:05 kickoff, and that game will be at the Farm Show Arena for your Rochester Lancers. Let's go down to the field and listen to our good friend, Elliot Fauski.
Hey y'all, let me show you the absolute best training tool that I've ever experienced. It's called Rio Ball. I discovered Rio Ball while training with a professional team in Brazil. I had a ton of fun and my touch had never been so sharp. This spring, be the first to find your Rio Ball advantage. Sign up at rioball.com today and receive 20% off your first order. Thank you very much, Ashley. All right, we have a competition. We have 3 groups here. They will be training with the Rio Ball. It's how you get better faster. It's a Brazilian training ball. They will be facing one another. They will toss it. You have to kick it back to your partner's hands 10 times successfully, not in a row, total. Then your partner has to do it for you. Afterwards, 5 headers each. Whoever completes it first gets a free Rio ball, each of you. Are we good? Go ahead and yell your name to the crowd.
Anna!
Yeah!
Molly!
That's some enthusiasm.
Landon. Landon.
That's it.
Emily.
All right, you guys need to up your energy level.
Allie!
Yep.
Noel.
Decent. Okay, maybe they're so focused. All right, so you can get yourself a little bit of space. Go ahead, some of them are a little nervous, so make it more awkward. Stare quietly. No cheering. I'm just playing. Y'all can cheer them on. Are we ready? Get set. Go. Count them up, Santa. Louie, count them up. I'm over here. Hat dang, got to run that one down. Oh, this is clinical. The not so enthusiastic enthusiasts are killing it. Just focus, no pressure. No pressure. No pressure at all. 0 pressure. There's no pressure. You're fine. Excellent. Love it. How we doing? Where are we at? Oh my goodness. Clown car music. We're at 20, we're at headers. We're down to the wire. Oh my goodness, airlifting. This is unbelievable. They've made it a fitness challenge over here, which is respectable. Oh, they need one more to do it. Game, excellent work. Everybody bring it back in. Oh my goodness. Were you mad at me for making fun of your lack of enthusiasm? Is that why you did so well? Okay, they are not angry. All right. We will do another challenge, so you guys have won a free Rio ball. For those, consolation opportunity, you can kick a Rio ball, volley it into the goal, all right, for a chance to win a free Rio ball. I'm going to throw the ball over your head, so you're going to be facing this way. You must kick it out of the air. You have to catch it on one of the bounces to score. Do we understand, or we need a demonstration? Santa, show them what it is. All right, Santa, stand here. I'm going to throw the ball over you. You got to shoot it before it stops bouncing. Heck yeah, just like that. That's clinical. He thought he had a teammate running on his left side, but he's supposed to kick it in the goal. It's miscommunication. We got it? Game on. You understand? I'm going to throw the ball. You kick it in the goal, but it can't be on the ground. It must be a volley in the air. So any bounce you can catch it on is fine. Got it? Who's first? Fortune favors the bold. Sister, get up here. Are you ready? Knock it out of the park, sister. Follow it up. Just follow it up. You're way better than Santa. I'll give you another shot. You ready? Come back here and take another crack at it. Boom. Click, click. Nice fake. You got it still. You got it. You can still get it. Go. Give it to her for the follow-up effort. This is your redemption song. Are we ready? What's your name? Enthusiastically?
Anna!
Anna's on board. Get some. Follow it up. Santa, you didn't have the work ethic these girls do. Knock it in the goal. Santa's feeling generous and threatened by your capabilities. We got it? Game on. Oh my goodness. The strongest shot of the evening. You want another crack at it? Make your family proud. Are you? Oh, you're going, she's already ready. How redundant again. Post it! Oh my gosh. You hang tight. Stretch the quad. We're bringing you back. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness. All right. Last chance for each of you. If not, you go to rioball.com, RIOBOL, to get yours. 30% discount. Promo code Lancers. Promo code Lancers for 30% off. Oh, it's Heartbreak Central. Are you ready? No pressure. There's like 18,000 people looking at you right now. Oh my goodness, nice try. Thank you for participating. We are out of here. Santa, you have a word? You have a word for the children?
I think you should do one. Hey, how about it? Should the Mohican Warrior have to do one or what? All right. Who's going to throw it up? One of you guys throw it up. One of you, go ahead. Somebody throw it up. All right, Lindsay's going to do it. Throw it real high, Lindsay. It's Elliott. Oh, he's going to do a bicycle kick. Oh, but he follows up. Oh, strike 2. Give it up for the Mohican Warrior. And everybody, all right, I know when you're sleeping and I know when you're awake. So be good for goodness sake. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go, Lancers.
Good job, Elliot, the Mohican Warrior, and Santa Claus, and all of our contestants tonight. This concludes our iFamily of Dealerships halftime show. Let's get back to the game.
Wow. Saw a lot of interesting things there. A little Santa Claus, a little Elliott. Oh, well, we'll have some words with the Mohican Warrior when he gets up here. That's for sure. Second half action about to begin. Before we do, though, make sure you get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Lancers making their way back onto the field. They trail 7-1 as they'll be attacking from right to left. Only goal for Rochester from Rafa Godoy. That came in the first quarter. It was all Harrisburg in that second quarter. 4 goals to make it 7-1. Again, John Zavaglia was out with that left arm injury. He is back and at it again, warming up and working with the guys, shouting out words of encouragement. You can see him out there in the sweatsuit. Good to see that. Harrisburg, looks like they're going to make a goalkeeper change. Molina played the first half, giving up 1 goal. Looks like Will Bonahene will be coming in. Bonahene, the 25-year-old, played in 2 NPSL seasons with the Rochester Lancers. This is his second season, the MASL. Outstanding rookie year. He made the MASL all-rookie team. And he will replace Jesus Molina as we begin the second half of play. Harrisburg will have the kickoff. Bonahene is in the nets. Harrisburg will have the kickoff. And here we go with second half action. De Prima gets the kickoff to De Oliveira. Pass intercepted off the chest of D'Amico. Lancers coming forward but taken back by Harrisburg. Foul called on the near side. Hundelt called for the foul. Boughton to Rosano. Taken away, DePrima in on the keeper, the shot, and a goal. Defensive miscue, not the way to start your third quarter, 22 seconds in. And DePrima slices one home, takes it off the foot of Rosano, who wanted a foul called. Referee says no play on. And DePrima, first goal of the season, and that is an early one. 22 seconds in. Esposito does get a piece of it, just not enough to keep it out of the net. Score is now 8-1 in favor of Harrisburg. 22 seconds in. Lancers see if they can bounce back here. Here's Ortiz. And back with us now is the Mohican Warrior, doing double duty, on-field host and color commentator. Welcome back, my friend.
Back in action.
Back in action. Great job out there. Very entertaining. Love to see that show. We'll talk more about that as we go on. Ortiz, he was bombing away at the end of the first half, and he lets another one go. Ortiz gets it back. Deep into the corner for Gerber. Gibson tripped up, and behind the play, they're going to call the initial foul, I believe. Let's see where he sets it up.
Yeah, a little push from behind. Fair enough.
Had a lot of fun out there, didn't you?
I'm going to be honest, I've seen fitter days, Joe. Coming back up these steps, I do have color commentary fitness.
Oh, no. Well, wait till you get play-by-play fitness.
But talking and moving,
Yeah, that's
next level.
That's another world. That is another world. Godoy comes in hard, battles Hall, who does the little scissor holding up Godoy. Free kick called for the Lancers. 13-23.
I believe that's Godoy's third. Something to watch for. If you get 6 fouls in a game, you are ejected.
He's got the tally sheet going. Picked up again by Harrisburg. A little too far for Ty Hall. Godoy. Check that David Wright. Wolanski shot. Can't get through all the congestion in front. So Wolanski will work it up. Godoy will hold on while the Lancers pop in a couple of changes. In front, no go. Broken up by Meller. Ty Hall stepping in front nicely is Harling. Harling has worked hard tonight. He hasn't been rewarded with a goal or an assist, but he has done a lot of good work tonight.
Very active.
Rosano to Cunningham. Outside, D'Amico. Back to Wolanski. Here's Boughton. Get it forward. It's broken up there by Brom. Escobar, one of the goal scorers tonight for Harrisburg. Santana will leave it there for De Oliveira. De Oliveira acquired from the Baltimore Blast. Gets it to Gibson. Still loose ball. Esposito's got to hurry for it. And look at that goal from Gibson. Saved, and then he's on the ground and still puts his head to it.
Second, third, and fourth effort. Esposito, one-man show, not getting the help he needs.
Did we
unorthodox.
Call it unassisted? What do we call that?
Man, if you want to be generous, you can divvy it out to his teammate who was in the mix.
It's Gibson's first goal of the year.
No, that's unassisted. He hit the first one. From a crawling position, a diving header.
I've never seen that.
A forward falling header on the line.
Can we see that one again, Joel? From that angle?
It's
from
definitely
the side
one
angle?
for the highlight reels, unfortunately, for your Rochester Lancers.
Crawling, diving. Great save by Esposito.
Oh, his own player took him out.
Interesting.
They got tripped up, and he was still able to get to it. Little tadpole-ish.
Thanks, Joel. Great look at the replay. Thank you so much. Varsity Media, again, tremendous work tonight. Thank you. Well, in 20-plus years of commentating soccer, I have not seen a crawling, diving header. Is that what we're calling it? Crawling to dive?
I would say a lunging tadpole header.
See, here it is again.
Because his legs were kind of caught up on his teammate here, and he kind of it's kind of a leapfroggy like from his hands.
That's candidate for goal of the year.
I'm lost for adjectives.
MASL goal of the year candidate. Gerger Gibson, good effort there.
But again, Esposito doing an excellent job making the initial stops.
You can't fault him.
No.
He's been outstanding.
It was phenomenal. No one was getting goal side for the follow-up.
That's kind of a recurring theme, isn't it, Mr. Fauski?
Like a son of a gun.
Yeah. Heard you say that a few times this weekend now.
Yeah, we got to work on our diving tadpole defense.
How do you defend that?
We used to work on that a lot. I don't know why Doug's neglecting that as head coach.
Oh, it's something that...
No judgment. They must have other priorities, but it's such a large part of the indoor game.
Absolutely. That's why we had to watch that highlight 17 times.
Oh, we have Will the Wall in goal.
Yeah, Bonahene.
I don't know how I missed that for 5 minutes. We have not been shooting enough.
Look at that throw downfield. Chipped up in the air. It's going to stay in play.
Now that's the effort we're looking for. That's
there you go.
excellent.
That's it. Coming in, cleaning house. Coming back there was David Wright and Jeremy Ortiz.
That's the effort. As simple as that. Get goal side in battle. Save the goal.
Downfield for Harling. Little toe poke away. Harling will get it back. Can he turn and fire? Nope. Santana comes away with it. Little chip forward. Santana Hantes gets his foot on it. Only, though, as far as William Eske. Soccer Sam in the house. Joining us, center table, Soccer Sam. Sammy, welcome, my friend.
Hey, Joey, I'm sure if am I on?
You're on.
I don't know if the team's on.
Is this on? Wow.
Am I on? Listen, I got to tell you, Ed Hale is watching in Baltimore right now, the godfather of indoor soccer. The referees were escorted to the field in Ed Hale's limo. They got out of his trunk again. So this game right now, it's all Ed Hale throwing us off. Something's going on here.
Is this game under protest like every time we play Baltimore?
Yes, every time we play any team this season, we are protesting.
I'm pretty convinced that Hale paid the referees for us to lose to Harrisburg.
Oh, man, I tell you, guys, these guys are just nervous. They'll get it, but it's going to be a challenging couple more games.
Patience, patience. Growth does not come overnight. It's going to take time, and, growth is the name of the game this year.
Yeah, but you know what's so cool about Harrisburg? Carl Delmont, the owner of Harrisburg, was a Baltimore Blast fan. He had an opportunity to buy the Harrisburg Heat, continued to support the Blast as a fan, a customer with his mortgage company. And Carl's done an amazing job bringing in the Healy family, Kevin, and obviously his son Pat to coach. And I think you can just see the change of the personnel on the field.
Harrisburg looking to make the playoffs, as I spoke to Pat Healy before. Last season they started off 1-7, but then at the end they were gangbusters. And last night, Sam, let's be honest, Utica, that's a team that's looking to challenge for the championship. Harrisburg looking to get into the playoffs. We're in a completely different phase. Local guys, only 2 have played this game, so there's development, there's growth opportunities, and like I just said, it's not going to happen immediately. Hopefully the fans will understand that.
It's the speed of play is a little different.
Lozano, 2 offerings blocked.
Joe, I ran into your wife. She was in the crowd with your kids, and I remember we used to do the Rhino games back in the day.
Yes.
She would make us like 6-course meals, and then at the end cap, she'd make this popcorn with all this white cream on it and all that. What was that called?
I don't know. All I remember is you would fall asleep. And I was Sam. We got to get on the air. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Elliot, we would be drunk and asleep at every game when we were covering the Rhinos back in the day.
and then on the road for Lancer games from 2011 to 2015.
Sounds like a huge improvement on personalities.
It was quite the party.
Every city, we'd go to the bar, Milwaukee, Baltimore, whatever, and we'd get like a giant glass of like Pepsi or Coke, whoever the sponsor was, and then I'd bring the empty glasses to the bar and have them filling up with gin and tonics, and Joe and I would be on the air, and sometimes like one of our players would fall, and we would crack up. We were so hammered. We were like doing the games hammered.
It was some great times, great times.
But that was, one of the best times of my life, man, just covering this team with you, Joe. 2011, and Elliot obviously being on the field, some of the characters we had. We went to lunch today and we talked about, we were so fortunate in the early days of the Indoor Lancers, 2011 to 2015, the characters that we had, the people that we had, was just unbelievable.
Time to flex, guys. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Soccer Sam flex
the shirt's
cam.
coming off. Uh-oh.
Dr. Love, nobody can handle it. It's too much.
Nobody. No one's
the
got
female
more
wrestler?
muscles than Sam.
The main
Barbie
gymnast?
Blank.
Oh, Barbie Blank.
She will be in Utica. Sam's going to wrestle her.
Yeah, I plan to. I can't wait to do that. I got this finishing move. She's going to love it.
So we're going to see these guys next week again. Are you making the trip down to Harrisburg?
I am going to Harrisburg, and Carl Delmont's going to have me stay at his mansion. I'm bringing my whole family. My kids haven't had a vacation in years,
Beautiful.
so we're all going there. He doesn't know that yet, Carl, but we will be there. And Kevin Healy said we could do it, so we're going. But, guys, hey, look it. You guys are doing an amazing job. A lot of compliments from what you guys did last night. You know, we'll get this right, and I don't want to let my MASL partners down. We will get this right. Just need a couple more games under our belt, and it'll all change. Have a great show.
Well, Sam, one last thing. You said something last night that really stuck with me. The legend Keith Tozer, he told you, how many games does it take?
40 games, he said. And I just ran into Jake Schindler, and he said 20 to 30 games it took him to really feel comfortable on the ball. And he mentioned that he thought that Frankie Siliberto looked really comfortable on the ball for his first game playing today, where some of these guys, you could tell, even guys that played last year, they seem not comfortable, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if Doug could fix that.
It's experience. So much of it you just can't replicate in training because you're playing at high speeds, high-level teams that have a lot of experience, and you can't replicate that in training if you have a young team.
Well, I'm working right now to try to bring in Inter Milan for a training session with our team. If that happens, Joe, I'll let you know. We'll get some autographs, get some pasta.
If they don't work, try Juventus.
Yeah, Juventus. We'll bring in somebody.
All right, Sam.
Guys, thank you.
You're the best. Thank you, Soccer Sam. Always a pleasure. Does he light up the broadcast or what? There's no way that you're going to be quiet and calm. Sam's around. It's party time. Love the energy he brings. And also on his weekly show, the Kick This Soccer Show, every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. All your MASL action with Sammy every Saturday on iHeartRadio. We've got 7:05 left. Lancers are down 9-1. Looking to get something positive out of this final quarter and a half. As Harrisburg will get the ball into play on the far side.
Looks like Nelson Santana is trying to get back into my good graces. He changed his shoes. So,
did he change them?
Yeah, he went from cotton candy pink to all white.
That is why you, as a color analyst, are numero uno in the MASL, my friend.
I don't want to abuse my power and influence, but
what a rocket of a shot, pounded home from Eske to make it double digits now, 10-1. And for William Eske, his second of the game and second of the season. .822 time of the goal. DePrima with the assist. DePrima's got a goal and an assist on the evening. Now 10-1.
Man, rear view mirror. We are not checking our shoulder to see where runners are. We had two unmarked Harrisburg players with only a single defender splitting the space. We have to be more aware.
When Sam was here, you made some great points, especially about learning this game through competition, through high-pressure situations, which you're not going to get in your practices. So this weekend may serve as a huge learning tool for Doug Miller to use with the team.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't want to be super critical. It is not easy, especially if you're an outdoor defender, there's offsides. If you're a defender, you're not used to checking over your shoulder.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about it.
Great point. So I'm sure these videos will be broken down by Doug and his great staff over and over. What a great shot from Cunningham.
And he arrives.
We said it last night.
The teacup celebration from the UK Elite. Michael Cunningham on the scene. We talked about if he gets his opportunities, the man is clean. That is an excellent one-touch finish on a fairly difficult ball.
It's Rosano with the assist, and I love this celebration from Cunningham. Makes it 10-2.
The lights are low. Here comes the glow-in-the-dark ball toss. He's teasing the crowd. Who wants it?
Oh, he's coming to us.
And it veers left. It's not going to be us. Oh, my goodness. We have a grown man reaching over this girl. A young girl with a drink in her hand, snatched it with her good arm. Oh, my goodness.
All right, Michael Cunningham. We talked about it last night. Once he gets that account opened up, it could be many, many coming in. Rosano with the assist. Cunningham with the blast home on the restart. All right, 10-2. Something for this crowd to get up and on their feet about. Gibson battling with Crawford. Rosano coming in. And a pile jam, log jam, pile up, whatever you want to call it in the corner.
Let the bodies hit the floor. That was a stack up.
Great look at the other end. As the Lancers coming forward again. Rafa. 2 chances, couldn't get it through. Boughton. Rafa. D'Amico. Boughton.
Wow, what a frantic sequence.
Boughton the bicycle. Oh, that would have been lovely.
A little crowd pleaser into the net, unfortunately. Proving he is not too old to fall over.
Good spell here from the Lancers. Some confidence after that Cunningham goal. Let's keep the momentum going here. DePrima. Thompson, 4:59 left, third quarter, 10-2. Battle in the corner, risky play, but Lancers get away with it, win the free kick. Molansky. Boughton. Rafa.
Lancers getting some much needed changes here after that last sequence.
Cunningham wants another. Shots deflected.
Harling and Hall battling on the wall.
Harling, good battle, wins it for the Lancers. He has worked so hard tonight, and he wins a call as well.
Yeah, from Hall to Eske, Alex just kept fighting for it.
There's the little bicycle attempt from Gary Boughton.
Little extracurriculars from Harling and Hall.
We've been singing the praises of Esposito, but Harling deserves some recognition as well. His effort has been outstanding tonight. Good step from Cunningham.
It's a great win.
He steps in hard on the header. Not sure who is down for Harrisburg. It might be DePrima. The captain, Danny DePrima, 28 years old. Also played 5 seasons outdoors with the Harrisburg City Islanders. DePrima holding the back of his head.
You hate to see holding the back of the head. Very vulnerable to concussion, if that is where the impact took place.
Almost as good as your bicycle kick during halftime.
Both of them.
Hey, I wonder if we can take a quick look at Elliot Fauski at halftime.
Both of them.
You know, you talk about dressing for the broadcast and the proper attire. Here's a look at the Mohican Warrior. What in the world are we looking at here?
2 bicycle kicks.
What is
is
it a shirt that you're wearing? Or are those pants?
That's an adult diaper. Oh, here we go.
Now watch the technique.
Not one.
What? Beautiful.
And then,
well played.
Hold on, 2 and 1.
Beautiful.
And goal. Okay? That's exactly how it's done, Joe.
Lindsay tossed the ball. You didn't touch it. Who gets credit for the goal?
Me, for field vision.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, yeah. I guess we could give her an assist.
Oh, Ortiz off the post. Joel, thanks for the great looks there. That was a halftime show to remember. Can only imagine the day after Christmas or 2 days after Christmas when we come back. Oh, Meller. It's got to be a penalty, and it is. Lancers will go on the power play. First power play of the season for your Rochester Lancers. Tom Meller.
So no card given.
Nothing.
Did they say it was?
He hit a card up. He hit the blue card up.
Huh.
All right, well,
Some
I'm going to
fans
cross that off.
signaling with their.
Referee on the far side, was positive he had his hand up with a blue card in it, but I guess we don't
Some fans
see
are
so
holding
well.
up cards and pamphlets showing that they want it.
I knew I should have brought the glasses tonight. 3:09 left, 10-2. Lancers are not on the power play.
As physical as the last few minutes have been, though, you know, that might be extreme to call that a blue card. We're right back at it. This game's heating up.
Gerber battling along the boards. Bodies flying all over the place. It's Santana in the mix. Surprise, surprise.
Predictably crashing and running the mouth. Why he has been so beloved by the Rochester fans over the years.
A little smile on his face, too, as he trots away. Next home games for the Lancers, December 27th and 28th. OurLancers.com for more information. Esposito makes the first save, but Escobar there again with no one marking.
Yeah, marking but not goal side.
Escobar,
You have to have
second
a
of the
hand
game.
on a body if you're in the box. Allowed the separation. Happened so fast.
12:20 time of the goal. Gibson's got 1 goal, 3 assists on the evening. Long one, easily scooped up by Bonahene. Headed away by David Wright. Meller. Antes. Out of the near side for Meller. A little heavy on the touch, taken away by Wright. Oh! He is slammed down to the turf. Midfield restart for Rafa. 11-2, Harrisburg with the lead. Rafa, one of the Lancer goals. Outside to Crawford. Now Wolanski. Coming forward now. Hall. Back to Thompson. Villela. Spinning away from pressure. Plays it safe to Bonahene. Good ball on the far side, Villela. Possession kept in favor with Brom. He's dumped, will play on. Possession for Thompson and Harrisburg. Things getting a little chippy here. Brom with a few words for the official. He goes back to Brom. And there could be something coming towards the Harrisburg bench. Lancers with Rosano. Lost power. No idea. Final 32 seconds. Lancers with Cunningham coming forward. Looking for Rosano. Bonahene is quick off his line.
20 seconds shows on the clock.
Maybe one more push here for the Lancers. Ortiz. Demidev. Demidev still with it. Final 10 seconds left.
Cunningham looking. He wants another shot from out top.
Rosano, maybe Lancers not aware of the time. Cunningham shot, and that'll bring the quarter to a close. After 3 quarters of play, Rochester trailing 11-2. Lancers with 1 goal in that third quarter. Harrisburg with 4. As we'll take a 3-minute break here. And
And at the end of the third, Harrisburg 11 and your Lancers 2. And now, welcome to the field.
let's go to the field.
Lancer
And we'll take a look at the Lancer Dancers. And we'll take a quick break here. Lancer Dancers on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Lancer Dancers. Don't forget, it's a Lancer Mania weekend. The Lancers next home.
All right, fourth quarter about to begin. And before we do, a little message from MITRE. The MASL and MITRE share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. MITRE's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. MITRE's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces, features a more accurate flight than the average ball, and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. Fourth quarter about to get underway. It's Godoy to get us kicked off. Is Rafa will play it to Ortiz. All right. 11-2 is the score. Ortiz to Boughton. One more push for Rochester as we begin the fourth quarter. Rafa. Jeremy.
So we see Boughton push more up the field, trying to get some more veteran presence in the attack.
Here is Boughton. Gerber. Gerber's shot. Blocked. Almost pickpocket there from De Oliveira. But it's won by Ortiz, directing traffic. Far side, D'Amico. No, won't get there. Villela.
Lancers have their marks sorted out for the moment.
De Oliveira.
They're dropping into their defensive third to defend. Now Godoy pressures at the midway point.
Bonahene.
So Lancers opting to pressure, but only pressured with two. It's got to be as a group or you hold back.
Steal Godoy. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Gerber comes away with it.
So as the Lancers brought in their third defender for the pressure, they were able to steal the ball. That was nicely done.
It's all Lancers' possession here. Boughton. Demidov. David Wright. Wolanski.
So times
Outside to Crawford.
We showed patience here. Now we just have to find a way to penetrate and take advantage of it.
a good stretch of possession here.
We'll see if Crawford goes for a substitution here. Nope.
Support
It's an
Harling.
overlapping run. I'd like to see us possess it until we can get some fresh legs on. Causes defenses a lot of problems, especially in this quarter. You see they're subbing farther from their bench.
Good
so every
point.
other quarter, you're subbing near your bench and then farther. And
Good
right
move.
now, the team that controls the ball in the offensive half has the substitution advantage, because you're right by your bench to make changes. Ty Hall breaking up possession there nicely.
Meller. He'll hold on, and Harrisburg gets some fresh players on the Dome Arena turf. Escobar, 2 goals on the evening. Still Escobar. Back to Brahm. Brahm from Toulouse, France. Gets it forward to Nelson Santana. Lays it off for Meller. Meller's shot is off the mark. And a restart coming up for Christian Esposito, who has had a busy weekend. 19 saves last night. And he's going to be near that or above that number this evening against Harrisburg. There's Hantes. Cunningham. One of the Lancer goals to the other goal scorer, Rafa. Rafa steps in. Forward to Santana. What a dive from Santana. Godoy comes away with it. Shot is blocked.
Olympic dive team. Nelson Santana. Maybe in the cotton candy shoes, my brother.
I don't think anyone was within 3 or 4 yards of Santana. He got up immediately. He knew. He goes, oh, not that one. That wasn't good.
Cheeky son of a gun. Cunningham unloading from deep.
Joel, can we
Over
take
the-
a look at that mysterious foul, if you have it? Bonahene. The flick on the header. Esposito quick to respond. Fourth quarter. 11-2 the score, Harrisburg. These two teams will do it again December the 7th at the Farm Show Arena. Pretty easy drive to get down to Harrisburg for Lancer fans who want to check out some more indoor action before the games return here December 27th and 28th. Be sure to check out ourlancers.com for updates and tickets. There's DePrima. He seems to be okay after the challenge against Cunningham. Picked up by Harling. Coming away is Villela, top of the box, cleared away. Molansky. Hundelt. Brahm. Escobar. Escobar, shot scooped up nicely there. Escobar, another former Baltimore Blast player. Good hard work there from Frankie Siliberto. His debut match, and Siliberto has played well tonight. There's Boughton. Demidov. Loose ball. Players scrambling in front. And Ortiz, I
Oh
thought
my
he put it home.
goodness. How did he come up with that?
Bonahene found a gift. And now it's Santana. Back to Brahm.
Yeah, it certainly looked like Ortiz crashing at the end had it. Rochester's own and goal, no?
Will? Yep. Local product out of Rush Henrietta. An outstanding outdoor keeper of the NPSL Lancers.
Yeah, he called in to Soccer Sam's soccer radio show, Kick This morning to discuss indoor versus outdoor and playing in your hometown against your hometown. Not unlike Earthquake Jake the Snake Schindler.
Jake in attendance here tonight as well. Saw him walking around the arena.
Who let that guy in?
Deep down, he's a Lancer at heart. We all know it. There's Santana. Bonahene. Andres Escobar. Or Julian Escobar, I'm sorry.
Blessed by Santa Claus's early presence. A rare early December sighting. Or is it still November?
I know, you're right.
Dealing with some serious jet lag.
Well, let's not forget.
3 hours, you can lose a couple days.
Lancers are not home until after Christmas, so you've got to get the Christmas spirit in while you can.
And Santa has everything. All he needs is a bell.
Oh, that's a good ball. Looking for Escobar. Dangerous ball in front of Ortiz in the right spot to break it up. Crawford.
I've been impressed with Tim Crawford coming in off and not playing for a while.
Gibson, under the underside
that
of the
could not have
crossbar.
been any closer.
Deflected
Great block.
wide.
Ortiz stepping. Ortiz is such a good shot blocker.
He knows where to be.
Great instincts and tackles hard.
6:51 left. 11-2. The opening weekend for the Rochester Lancers in their return to the MASL. Rosano, hard challenge, wins it back, looking for help. He's got Harling to his right. Can he get it there? Puts it in front to Harling. He couldn't get it to settle. Crawford. Hantes. Gerber. Gerber, shot! Punched away. A little too much there from D'Amico.
I will say for the Lancers, positively, they fight. They don't give up. It's a squad that is competitive, more than willing to get into physical challenges. It's just a matter of sharpening up.
I'm telling you, this weekend is going to do wonders. Live game action, video to break down for Doug. Players getting a full 2-game taste. Villela, what a shot! Santana with the assist, and the swerving finish, leaving no chance there for Esposito.
Pretty clinical counterattack. Good hard run. Santana with excellent fakes and then lays them up perfectly. Top corner finish. Completes the play.
Villa's second goal of the game. It is now 12-2. 5:44 remaining in this one. As our official timeout taking place now. And one last time, don't forget that the MASL podcast returns for the 2019-2020 season. Join us as we talk to players, officials, and coaches from across the league and take you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out MASLsoccer.com to listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast. Tilly with some good words for Christian Esposito. Miller still intense in the middle of the huddle, always looking to teach and have these youngsters improve. December 7th, they will go at it once again.
DJ Keogh dancing for the camera. That man has energy.
He
you know what
does.
he's doing directly after the game?
I have no idea.
Goes directly to a nightclub to DJ for 2 hours, like on a sprint.
He is unbelievable.
I'm sorry, 4 hours. Closes the bar, 10 to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you he's dancing the whole way through.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. He brings such great energy to the building. There he is. Good man, DJ KO.
Giving the Lancer dancers a run for their money.
They work well together, hand in hand.
Not unlike Lancer Louie and myself, I
And Santa Claus.
still get teary-eyed nostalgia when I think about the time I was able to dance with the Junior Lancer dancers years ago. Best part of being injured. You get to be featured on the dance team. So I encourage anybody out there to fake an injury if you're in the Lancers organization. It's exhilarating.
Really?
Yeah.
For broadcasters, too? Can I be a player?
Shake a leg, my
If
friend.
I'm injured to broadcast, I can play?
Got to clear it with Lancer Louie.
I-
He's pretty particular who he co-dances with.
I remember a couple times on the road back in 2011, 2012. You know, you go to the morning training session. I think Billy Andrecki was the coach then. You know, you want to watch, see what's going on. You want to come out and play with us? We'll talk about that in a second. Harling, shot saved by Bonahene. And I had my gear. I was thinking about it. And just as I was going to say yes, Mauricio Salas took a shot, and he cracked a pane of glass. I said, Billy, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Unless I'm on that guy's team.
No, thank you. I'll be up here talking nice and comfortable.
I mentioned before, Mauricio hit a shot in practice, and a local kid training with us turned to get out of the way, not in time, hit his hamstring and pulled his hamstring.
From a shot.
Out for weeks.
We talk about Francis having a heavy left foot. Double that with Mauricio. It is unbelievable.
Brazilian cannon.
Oh,
Built like a thoroughbred.
and what a fool I was thinking about it. And the man upstairs said, no, this is what's going to happen. My decision was pretty easy from that point on.
I always respect Mauricio's work ethic. Marathons and triathlons in the offseason.
True professional. Good work from Harling.
Yeah, he and Rosano doing some great effort in the corner there.
3:30 left. Lancers looking to come out of this with some confidence in the final 3 minutes or so. Brahm.
Lancers looking to make it gritty for the finish. Not going quietly.
And Doug Miller will have it no other way. Panties. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Across. Gerber's shot. What a save!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and
did he hit
Gerber.
his head on the glass, or did he stop himself?
That's-
I believe he
Okay.
got his hands
Whew.
up. That was
That was scary.
bad looking. Fortunately, he got his hands up.
What a save from Bonahene. And for Gerber, oh, scary moments. Boards were shaking, but it was from his hands, not his head, thankfully. There's Cunningham. Ciliberto, good shot from Frankie. There's Cunningham. D'Amico. He'll tee one up, and it's into the netting. Be a restart with 2:12 left. 12-2. The Harrisburg Heat.
So from a fan's perspective, I love indoor soccer. It's my favorite spectator sport by far. And even though your team might be losing, the excitement carries on, and I love how physical it is. I love that our team plays physically and will engage on that level. It's super entertaining right to the final whistle.
Yeah, if you're watching and you're here in town December 27th, December 28th, you've got to make it to a game. The energy, the excitement in the building, it's something you've never seen before with soccer. That's why Soccer Sam doesn't want to call it soccer. It is a different sport. It is an absolutely amazing game that you've got to experience in person.
It's true. It'll make your hair stand on end. Look what it did for me.
On end forever. There's no coming down from that. Just over a minute to play. Harling.
What a ball from Gary Boughton out of the back.
Bonahenne is going to call a timeout as Harrisburg will take the final 106 to evaluate things and bring home this 12-2 victory. It'll be their first win of the season. The Lancers will go to 0-2. But again, these two teams will do it again next Saturday at the Farm Show Arena. Lancers at Harrisburg, their first road trip of the season. And following that game, Lancers will be home December 27th against Harrisburg. And then December 28th, the big bad Baltimore Blast come to town to take on the Rochester Lancers. And it's just a couple days after Christmas.
Andrew Hoxie better leave that stash at home or he's going to have problems. Tell you what.
Foxy Hoxie.
The big smooth.
Kansas City leads St. Louis 5-3 in other action. The Outlaws lead the Sidekicks 4-1. The Stars and the Sockers kicking off later on this evening.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one for their first meeting of the year.
Your neck of the woods, isn't it, Tacoma?
Yep. Spent 2 years playing out there. Like I mentioned earlier with Ty Hall as a roommate. He's played a very physical game tonight. You see him winning a lot of headers, a lot of tackles. But I've seen behind the curtain, Joe. That man loves a bath with candles, a glass of wine, and bubbles.
TMI.
Call me a liar. Call me a liar.
TMI.
Alone.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know.
My goodness.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
All by himself.
What do you think about Harrisburg? They want to make a big push, get into the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that team?
They look as good as I've seen them, you know. Like you said, you got the Healy's running it. And from a GM and a coaching perspective, they bring a ton of experience. So, and, you know, their owner seems very committed, like Soccer Sam said. Carl Delmont. Am I saying that correctly?
Yep.
I would hate to offend a man of his stature.
It's good to have great owners like that. And like Soccer Sam. Rosano, final push, and yes! Harling
Love
in
it.
the final 9 seconds. Well deserved for the big man. Harling from Rosano.
Individual effort from Rosano. Did well to keep it on his foot. 3 Harrisburg defenders in front of him. Cut out a little wide. And found Alex Harling for the backdoor classic indoor finish.
Rosano's second assist, and Harling, well deserved.
Little parting gift for the fans. Why not?
He earned that one. Good performance tonight for Harling. As he'll whip up that souvenir ball into the crowd. Rosano, 2 assists tonight.
9.5 seconds. What are the odds? There's one more crushing tackle.
Well, we were hoping for.
No, it was not to be.
And that will do it. Final score this evening. Harrisburg 12. Rochester 3. We'll go down to the field for our post-game interview with Ashley.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring back to you Ashley Maria for the first of our post-game interviews brought to you by iHeartRadio.
Lancer fans, a huge congratulations to Alex Harling on his first professional goal with 5 seconds left in the game. I'm here with number 35, goalkeeper Christian Esposito. Christian, you got pulled into tonight's game after Savaglia's unfortunate shoulder injury pretty quickly, a couple minutes into the match. You were not expecting to play tonight after playing a super intense and aggressive game last night with 28 Utica shots against you. Amazing job last night. 2 games in a row You were not expecting to play tonight. How do you prepare mentally like that for just getting pulled into the game so unexpectedly?
Well, you always got to be prepared. So I go into every day like it's a battle. So it's unfortunate that John got injured. He's a great goalkeeper, and we're going to definitely look forward to seeing him in the future. But mentally for me was just trying to reset my mindset and go into the next day with the war mentality.
These first 2 games were basically preseason for your Rochester Lancers, as most of these players out here tonight, these were their first games playing indoor soccer. Not only that, but they're playing at the highest level of indoor soccer in the world. A bunch of players, their first time ever out here. What do you think that the Lancers need to improve on, the defense specifically, to prepare for next month's matches?
Well, I think as we're coming out, we're still learning the game. You can only replicate so many scenarios that you go through in a game time scenario in practice. So I guess tracking second and third runners off the ball is pretty key for us. I think that's something we do need to work on, but I know and I'm confident in the guys that we're going to adjust pretty properly, and in the future we're definitely going to make up for what we haven't done yet and make an impact in the future. So.
Christian, 2 amazing games in a row, super intense, super physical. You did an amazing job out there. Everyone in this Dome Arena tonight thinks so. Let's hear it for your Rochester Lancers tonight. Lancer fans, please head on upstairs to the Goal Kick Lounge for our post-game autograph session. And now I pass the mic over to the one and only Soccer Sammy.
Thank you, Ashley Maria. Soccer fans, we have now with us former Lancer, outdoor Lancer, NPSL Lancer, Will Benahene, now a huge star in Harrisburg. First game of the year, first victory of the year, and you look fantastic in the second half, Will.
I appreciate it, but it's a team effort. Our guys getting blocks and doing the work down and back. So it's a team effort. The Rochester team's a hard team, disciplined, works super hard, and it was a fun game to play. It's fun being back and playing.
Well, last year I watched your first ever game as a professional player. I was rooting for you. You know what these guys are going through here. Their first 2 games, no real preseason. They're working their tails off, but I think this is going to get better for us, and we're going to be, facing you a bunch of times this year, and it's going to be fun, Will.
Yeah, I mean, you can even watch the difference from today and yesterday. So much more improvement. They're going for it, feeling more confident. And it's just like me a year ago. It takes games to get more confident, and I'm excited for my friends and the Lancer family to improve and get better.
Now, the people in Harrisburg that are watching right now, Carl Del Monte owner, Mr. Healy, Kevin Healy, the GM, do they realize that you are one of the biggest stars in Rochester with you do the camps here, the Brighton camps and all that, and the people in Harrisburg are so fortunate to have such a star like you playing for them?
Yeah, they accept me. There's nothing like Rochester love. I love it. I'm 5'8" through and through, but they treat me really well over there, and I'm excited to be on their team.
So Will, where's your family originally from?
They're from Ghana.
So this is your first generation here?
Yep.
So the goalie thing, the soccer thing, how'd that all come about?
I'm lazy and I don't like to run.
Well, listen, best of luck this season. We root for all our Lancer family kids, and Pat Haley's such an amazing coach, and I'm sure you're learning every day.
Yeah, he's so knowledgeable, and he's so relatable as well, so it's enjoyable to play for him.
All right, we'll see you in Harrisburg next weekend. All right, Ashley Maria, we're going back up to Joe and the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fowski. Thank you.
All right, Sammy, Ashley, thank you very much. Great job with the post-game interviews. We're going to wrap it up here in just momentarily. Elliot, well, I think Ashley said something very important. This really was like a preseason weekend for the Lancers. Inter-squad scrimmages, nothing official against live competition. And I said it during the broadcast, too. They're going to come away with a lot of useful material from videotapes and just the on-field experience.
For sure. Still a lot of mistakes tonight, but better than last night. Our movement was better. We had longer periods of possession at times, so that was great, and we scored more than we did, right? Fought to the end. I love that. So we also, without finishing a lot, we created a lot more chances than last night.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we're not going to be on the air until after Christmas. Have a great holiday. Hope Santa Claus is good to you.
Me too.
All right, the Mohican Warrior, good to see you, my friend.
Appreciate
Safe
it.
travels back to the cave on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Lancers
next
fall
time.
tonight, 12-3. We're back on the air December 27th, 7:05. For tickets and more information, go to ourlancers.com. For Soccer Sam, for Ashley, the Mohican Warrior, and our great production crew led by Joel at Varsity Media, Joe Giuliano, saying ciao for now. This has been Lancers Soccer.